Hi, I'm Caitlin, and this is my little sister.
Renee, hi.
And this is Book Chats. She is wonderfully with me for the holidays, and I roped her into doing a couple things, mostly into going book shopping with me, and then now into filming this haul. So, a little short story. I've been meaning to go to the library book kind of sale area for a while, but it has kind of weird hours. So a couple weeks ago, I managed to finally make it there. And I wasn't sure, like, the prices weren't super well posted and stuff, so I just picked out 2 books. I got Red Glove by Holly Black, which is the second in the Curse Workers trilogy, and I specifically bought this because I gave a copy of the first book to my friend for her classroom library, and I wanted to add the second book to that as well. And then I also got Star-Crossed by Elizabeth Bunce, and so I went to check them out at the front counter, and they were like, okay, it'll be 50 cents, and I was like, what? I was so excited because that's like super cheap books. And then they were like, oh, and by the way, did you hear we're having a 50% off sale starting the Saturday after Thanksgiving? And I was like, I did not hear that. I'm really excited by that. And so I told Renee, like, we had to go while she was in town, and we went this morning and got so many books. And then I got to the counter and, like, we counted them up, and they were like, okay, that'll be $8.50. $8.50.
$8.50.
It was amazing. So I was really excited, and here is everything. I'm going to go through really fast and not necessarily tell you about everything. Well, I probably will, because let's be real, it's me, and then I'll just cut half of that out later in editing. But, all right, Renee is going to hand me the books because she has the staff next to her. So to start, I actually just got these little, like, literally audio cassettes, like cassette tapes, of James Herriot reading from his books, because I don't have a CD player in my car. I only have a cassette player, and I can use that to, like, play things to my phone, which I do a lot of the time. But I was like, oh my gosh, I would listen to these all the time in my car. So these are going to live in my car. This is literally the 3rd copy of this book I bought. This is the first hardcover copy, and it's just so beautiful. And it was, I don't even know how much, but not that much, because I got all of this for $8.50.
Let's fill the bag.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're going to show you the bag, which I'm making Renee lift because she actually can lift things.
It's
this
completely
is
full.
There is one book on the bottom that is an actual library book, but the rest of it is full. So, all right. OCD The Dude in Me by Lauren Brody Vaughn. Just Repeatable History of Frankie Landau Banks. I actually own a signed copy of this, but this is to give to my friend for her classroom library. Warped by Marissa Gibord. I don't know how you say that name. Because I Am Furniture by Thalia Chaltis.
I feel like we should have a stack, like, in view.
Oh, sorry. I'm stacking them, like, next to me, but they're, like, sitting on the floor, so.
You can see me just pile up. The pile will grow.
Yeah, that's the step to start with. The Pigman by Paul Zindel. We Were Here by Matt Del Pena. I've seen him speak a couple times, so I've always wanted to read one of his books, and it was a great opportunity to buy one. Fall for Anything by Courtney Summers, and also This Is Not a Test by Courtney Summers, which I've heard a lot of really good stuff about. Borderline by someone Stratton. Hold on. This is the problem about ex-library books, is sometimes you can't. By Alan Stratton. Sometimes there's stickers covering things up. Ravenspeak by Diane Lee Wilson. The Unwritten Rule by Elizabeth Scott. I'm a huge Elizabeth Scott fan, and so it was a great opportunity to read more of her books. Surrender by Sonia Hartnett. This is a Prince Honor book, and Renee helped me pick it out.
I was like, ooh, shiny medallion. Let's get it.
Yeah. Leverage by Joshua Cohen, which is, I think, about, like, doping at a football praised high school. I'm really worried this is going to tip, guys. It's because I have those little cassette tapes on the bottom. If it tips halfway through, that's...
It's like reading Jenga.
The Floating Islands by Rachel Neumeyer. Most of these books are on my to-read list. My to-read list is too long. Boy Proof by Cecile Castellucci. David Sedaris' Holidays on Ice. So this has a story behind it. For the Pop Sugar Challenge, I am supposed to read a book that's set during Christmas, but all the book suggestions are books that I've already read. Like, oh yeah, of course I could read My True Love Gave to Me if I hadn't already read it. Or of course I could read one of the Ruby Oliver books if I hadn't already read it. So we were kind of looking, because I had a couple of cards of Christmas books, so we were kind of looking for Christmas books. And I was like, oh, holidays, and it on ice. That must be about Christmas.
That wasn't even in the Christmas book section, though.
It wasn't actually. It was in the normal book section. Grace, this is also by Elizabeth Scott. Really.
We're coming close to the end.
Okay. Hot House by Chris Lynch. Playing with Matches by Brian Catcher.
Big find.
Okay, I was so excited about this because, like, we walked in and it was one of the first books we saw, and it's like a book that was donated to the library, not an ex-library book. The Winner's Crime by Marie Rutkowski. Remember, I listened to this on audiobook and it was super weird. Anyway, now I own the beautiful, beautiful hardback, and it's so pretty. I'm really happy. This one was $1 because it's $2 and it was half off. I'm really concerned about that. Okay, and now a couple audio CDs. So I actually only have one CD player, so I didn't want to get a ton of audiobooks on CD, but I got a couple that I'd already read that I think I'm going to give to that friend, and then I got this one because I've always tried to read the book, but it's like a super hefty, super heavy nonfiction book, so I was like, maybe I'll just listen to the audio instead. It is Apollo's Angels. It's a history of ballet. It's nonfiction. You know me and ballerina books. I'm just like, they're like my crack. So this one is like a legit about ballet. And then I got On the Jellicoe Road, which is really interesting to me because this was actually published in the United States under the title Jellicoe Road, but On the Jellicoe Road is the original Australian title. It's by my favorite author, Melina Marchetta, which is why I know that, because I like stalked it, waiting for it to be published in the United States. I love this book. I actually own it on my Kindle, and I really want to hear what it sounds like, and then I'll probably give it away. And then this one I'm definitely giving away, so I bought it. I listened to it originally on audio, and it was only 25 cents because it has a 50-cent sticker. And that is Split by Svati Avashti. I know that I'm saying her name wrong, which I feel bad about because my friend actually knows her. But it's a really interesting novel. It's hard to explain, but basically this kid shows up after being beaten up by his dad on the doorstep of his brother and just kind of is running away from that situation, but it's more complex than that. It's hard to explain. And then this is not a book, but it is the last of my finds. I got the music of Glee presents The Warblers, so it's the album with all the songs that the Warblers sang on Glee. I own the First Cast album, and so I was like, oh, these sound like fun songs to own, and I think this was probably 50 cents.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I could buy one of these songs for twice that on iTunes, or I could buy all of them for 50 cents. And I think that's it. The last thing is just what I got from the actual library, so I did not pay for this. I have to return it in. But it's Ms. Marvel Generation Y.
Just in time.
Volume 2. Because I'm just really excited to keep reading Ms. Marvel. So, as you can tell, we had to prop this against the walls. I know that usually people try to hold up all their book purchases in these videos, and I'm just not going to do it. My floor can't even do it without the walls' help. So I just feel like...
I think you can do it. You should at least try.
Okay, we're going to try. Are you going to help me stack them? She's going to help me stack them.
Okay, we'll start with half a stack. And then
I think the part of the problem is we need to get here and start with this. Those are out. Yeah, the problem was putting those tapes on the bottom. Okay. Oh, those are not printed this fall, so I don't have to put it. Okay. That helps. There we go. Oh, okay, that's just...
You gotta take a...
I am holding them all, but I'm sitting down. Can you see the bottom? Can you see the top? There.
There goes that.
So these are all of the books that I got for $8.50 at the library book sale. I'm pretty excited. I'll probably go back and buy more, honestly. Although I'll have to wait till Thursday because that's the next time that it'll be open while I'm available to go. I have a little bit of a book addiction, so... I don't know if you guys have library book sales or if your library sells books, but you should definitely check out and see if they do. And if they do anything like this where they have a really cheap sale once a year. That's it. Renee's I don't know why I'm sitting here. Because you were helping me.
I was like, you're Vanna White.
Yeah, she was my Vanna White. So, thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you have, I didn't really talk much about any of these books, but if you have read any of these, then I should, start with that. I've clearly already read a couple, Seabiscuit and Winner's Crime, but most of them I haven't read, so, tell me which ones I should read first in the comments below. Alright, talk to you later. Bye!